In this video, I'm going to share with you a book that's been incredibly impactful and transformational in my own life, and I'm very confident that it will do the same for you if you invest the time and energy to actually work with it and cultivate a working relationship with that. And that is, of course, the I Ching. So what I'm going to do in this video is share with you a little bit about what it is, what it can do, and then go over some of the different books and translations and versions that are out there right now. So if you're out there looking for a book, you can have an idea as far as what to look for and what you're going to get from the various texts. Because this book ranges from just the most amazing and insightful all the way to kind of like hokey and cheesy. So depending on what you're looking for and what you're needing and what your desires are, you're going to want to fine-tune your translation and pick the right book for you. So first and foremost, what is the I Ching? Well, I'll use a quote from Carl Jung because it's basically him and Richard Wilhelm those two are basically responsible for introducing this book to the West. If it weren't for them, we may not have even had it in our access. So Carl Jung said that he found that consulting the I Ching is a way to reflect your unconscious, to really figure out what's going on kind of behind the scenes. And he was quoted in saying, "For more than 30 years, I have interested myself in this, the I Ching, method of exploring the unconscious, for it has seemed to me of uncommon significance." So that quote can hopefully show you, what this very influential, very great thinker of our time thought about this book, and kind of a little step towards understanding what it is. Now, to be honest, I've been working with this book on a regular basis for about a year, and I still really don't quite know what it is to be able to put it in a little pretty box, because it's actually a lot bigger than that, and it's something that once you start to work with, you really don't care so much about, oh, I have to understand exactly A plus B equals C and how it all goes together. Actually, you kind of get beyond that, and you get to this is a more intuitive and a more gut feeling mode of understanding it. But for those of us who like to think and be left brain about it, Carl Jung's explanation was very excellent in pointing out that the I Ching can allow us to tap into our unconscious and really take a situation and step kind of behind it and step behind the scenes and see what's really causing the situation. Now, the I Ching is basically something that people use for divination, or something that people use, to get answers or guidance. Now, it's not something you say, should I play the lottery today and then throw some coins? It's nothing hokey like that. It's more of you're in a situation, you're in a place, and you want to understand more of it. You want to understand your own psyche's role in creating that situation, as well as some other factors that could be playing into the situation that then allow you to understand it and make a better decision. It's not something that says like a magic 8-ball or anything cheesy like that. It's much more deeper and much more profound than that. So on that note, we can get into talking about some of the different translations that are out there. Now, I have 5 copies of the I Ching. Starting with my absolute favorite would be this one here. And as you can see, it's pretty beat up, and it's like falling apart a little bit, and it's got stains all over it, it's got ink all over it. It's all just beat up because I use it so much. And this is I Ching, The Oracle of the Cosmic Way by Carol K. Anthony and Hannah Moog. This is my favorite, and this is the most in-depth and insightful version that's out there. Now, this is really good if you want to develop your consciousness, understand your psyche, understand the seed phrases or the beliefs that are creating certain situations or certain patterns in your life. It's not something you necessarily go to if you just want a quick and easy answer. So where you say, oh, I'm about to go meet up with this friend, or I'm about to go meet in this situation, or I'm having this issue and this problem, what's some light you can shed on this? If you want something just ultra quick and easy, then you would want to go to, say, the I Ching or Book of Changes by Brian Brown Walker. As you can see, pretty much everything here is about a couple of paragraphs, if that. Or this book called the I Ching Book of Answers by Wu Wei. I guess just got this one the other day. It's a little better, but it's still just very quick and easy. And it doesn't really go into depth to allow you to really work with your psyche. Meaning, what's cool about this book is that you'll throw coins, which is part of the part of getting into the book, which I'll cover in another video, which I'll link below because I've already explained that in depth. So what you do is you do this process, you get a hexagram, and you open the book and you read it. So this is good if you want to work with your psyche, say, oh wow, that is like a deep thought that I've had, or a deep belief that's just been ingrained in me, and oh wow, I can see how it's out of harmony. I can see how it's creating discord in certain situations. Oh, okay, I need to work with that. I need to deprogram that. And it gives you tools, meditations, deprogramming techniques, etc., to be able to do that. It's really awesome. Yet on the other end of the spectrum, we have this book, which is The Complete I Ching by Taoist Master Alfred Huang. And this was the first book that I ever got, and honestly, don't really understand it because it's a little too Chinese, if that makes sense. Meaning, what's cool about these other translations that I've showed you is that you can read it and actually take something away from it immediately. Whereas this book, it doesn't really make any sense to me. And when I was in my college philosophy class and we had to work with this, it really made no sense to anyone there either. So I think most Western readers, it would be best to just avoid this book and go with any of the others that I recommended. Now again, that's a good overview. Another copy that you could check out is called A Guide to the I Ching. It's a little less dense than this copy, but it's still very good. And if you want something just a little quicker and easier, this is a really great translation. Honestly, sometimes if I'm really wanting to understand something or work with something, I will just use all the translations, meaning I'll start with the white book, read through that, and then I'll go to this book, read through that, and then I'll go to this book and read through that and see commonalities and see slightly different angles or slightly different perspectives on the same thing. And then that will then give me more insight, more perspectives, more things to work with to deeply understand the situation. Now usually how I work with it, and I think is a good way to work with it if you're just trying to grow and evolve as a person, is to just say, what should my focus be for today, or what should my focus be right now? And what'll happen is you'll throw coins, which is, again, I explained in the video below, and then you'll come back with your hexagram, and then the hexagram will be incredibly accurate and can really point out what's going on with your unconscious at that time and what things that you can work on internally through meditation or different deprogramming techniques to then really grow and evolve as a person and just lift yourself up to a higher level of harmony and a higher level of resonance with your inner self or your true self, which again is all covered in depth in this book. And kind of like I feel a little iffy about just sharing this book because it's kind of like been my secret weapon, because I've pulled just a lot of information and wisdom and knowledge from this book, and it's really just been completely transformational for me over the last year. And the authors Carol K. Anthony and Hannah Moog, they've written lots of other books, one being Healing Yourself the Cosmic Way, based on the I Ching, and then maybe 4 to 5, 6 other books which I have on my bookshelf, which I'm still working my way through. So hopefully that's been helpful. Again, this I Ching, it's not going to be for everyone. There's only, you're going to be listening to this and it's going to resonate or it's not. That's fine. Took me 26 years to even get to the headspace where it made sense to me. So it may not ever make sense to you. It might make sense to you right now. It's fine either way. Just wanted to share that with you because I've been getting a lot of questions about, what books I'm really into or what things have been really transformational and helpful for me. So if you have any questions or comments, post them below. I'll talk to you soon.